Well, howdy. I want to get some more light on here. There's a little bit more light on the subject, and howdy, my fellow denture wearers, and all who are so interested in acquiring them. It's Jeff again, and yeah, I done got my dentures pulled. Yeah, I had 15 teeth extracted on the 27th of February. It hurt. I was a pretty tired and sore puppy at the end of the extractions. And I took some Advil, about 4 of them to start with, and I took whatever it was that the doctor prescribed me, some kind of Tylenol with, I don't remember what kind of painkiller it was, hydrocodone or something like that. And I went to sleep, and I woke up, and by 3 in the afternoon, by the way, I went in at 10, I was out about noon. 3 in the afternoon, I was eating pudding and ice cream. Yeah, I was eating the very first day. The bleeding stopped pretty quick. Not a big deal. Went in the next day, doctor looked at me. You're healing up pretty good. I like the looks of them. I'm going to pull this up. There are some cosmetic things that when I get my permanent dentures, I may want to play with. I think I would like to have my teeth even a shade or two lighter. They didn't like the idea of me getting, these are PW2s, the darkest of the bleach colors. They didn't much recommend that I get bleach color. They said, oh, your natural teeth are white enough. And I said, my natural teeth were so yellow when I was a teenager that I did not like them. Really? I don't understand that. They look pretty to me. Well, I had a hard time believing that, but okay. No, I'm looking at a bunch of people who've gotten the pearly white, and the bleached white look, and I like that look. I would also like my dentures to form more of a U shape, assuming that would work with my face shape and my bite. I'm going to tell you right now. Talk to the denturist and talk to the dentist. Tell them what you want. Ask them if it will work and go from there. Work that out. I'd like to see less gum, a little bit longer teeth, a little bit less gum in my look. Of course, I'm exaggerating my smile here, but still, if I show both my tops and bottoms, I see more gum than I really want to. So I'd like a little bit taller teeth. And the back, it seems strange how short the backs are. They don't seem natural. But everybody comments on that. So don't assume that it's something weird about my dentures. It seems like everybody has noticed that the back teeth in their dentures are almost like baby teeth. Now, the 3rd day, the pain came back with a vengeance. And that's despite icing, and that's despite taking my meds every 6 hours like it was some kind of religion with me. That's just the day that everybody says the inflammation comes along and kicks you in the butt. It did me too. I had a pretty rough time of it for about a day or so. The worst thing was that when the inflammation went away about Friday, the dentures suddenly were wobbly in my head, like a bunch of puppy dog tails, except they weren't soft and fluffy like a puppy dog tail. Dentures are kind of a hard object, and even though they don't put any rough edges on them, you would think you were wearing sharp glass in your mouth when these dentures start to move around. So I had a hard time with that. Well, the following Tuesday, I want to say, I went in and they looked at my dentures and they were mad. I had, over the weekend, started using Fix-A-Dent powder. God bless Fix-A-Dent powder. It doesn't last very long if you're salivating. Oh, by the way, I didn't drool. Not at all. And I didn't get all black and blue like some folks did. I had a little bit of visible bruising right here, about the size of a thumbprint. Maybe that's what it was, I don't know. But I did not bruise up the way some folks did. But to get back to my story, dentist did not like that I was trying to use adhesives already. He said, no. You got a problem, you're going to pull those clots right out of the sockets, and then you'll have a dry socket, and that will not be fun. And I understood that. So much of the second week, I'm in my third week now, it's Wednesday morning. Much of the second week, I didn't even wear my dentures much at all. I wore them maybe 4 hours a day. I'd show up at work. I took the first week off and eating soft foods, meaning mostly ice cream and pudding and soup. I gained 10 pounds. It was good to get back to work. I wasn't snacking all the time on stuff you really shouldn't eat all the time anyhow. And I lost that 10 pounds real quick. I'm actually down a couple pounds below my starting weight pre-dentures. One of the reasons I didn't do a video right away after is that I saw a couple folks who tried to do that. First of all, they were bloody as all heck. And I didn't really want to do the Texas Chainsaw Denture movie. So I said, no, I'll heal up a bit before I do this. But the other thing was, at least a couple folks had to keep sucking on the denture every few minutes to be able to talk. I don't know what they were doing, whether it was the excess saliva or whether they were trying to keep a suction on the plates. But whatever they were doing, distracting. So I spared y'all the misery of listening to me suck on my denture for half the video. So second week I didn't wear the dentures much. Couldn't eat with them. Started getting a little bit, oh, am I ever going to be able to eat with these tons of guns? Or am I ever going to be able to eat with these tons of guns? And the dentist had to tell me, you know, it's just a week since you had your teeth pulled and you got mighty sore mouth because of your extraction sites. Give yourself some time. Well, got through the weekend. I had a class to teach in church on the weekend. Somebody on one of the denture sites said, once you've been about 10 days, 15 days out, you can use some adhesive. So I went and got out the C-bond. I bet you can't read that backwards. I went and got some C-bond. They look kind of weird. These are the tops. They're shaped kind of like your plate. And you got to trim them, and they're kind of a nuisance to shape and push and pull. You're going to take about 5 minutes getting this one shoved into your upper, and this one here shoved down into your lower, and the lower is a real pain because your horseshoe-shaped mouth ain't quite the horseshoe shape that Seabond thinks it is. So it's a bit of juggling, and you have to do little clips to be able to move it around in there. Got it in there, got it shoved in. Sprayed it a little bit with some water. I actually went and bought a 50-cent mini spray bottle for water. That's what you gotta do. Dried my gums down a little bit. Didn't make them totally dry, but so they were just at moist, but just barely moist. Shove that plate in, shove that plate in. Hold it down with your fingers, actually like this. Hold it down. Trying to get the back teeth to settle on my gums. I think most of you will find when you get your teeth in, be those back into your gums is where the plate wants to pop up at. You gotta hold it down a good 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. Get down there, then bite. There we go, yeah. And you're doing that for the first 20 minutes after you get your plate in, by the way. Just kind of moving them around. Oh, come on, set it in there real. Suddenly they're literally bonded in. That's what they call this stuff, Seabond, I suppose. They ain't moving for nothing. So Sunday, I have a mighty long church by some folks' standards. We have an hour of one-time church service, then we have a Sunday school, then we have another class. And that third class was the one I had to teach. And all the week before, after I had talked for 5 minutes, that lower plate would pop up, and it was doing its own little dance in there every time I'd try to say something. And I don't like it when my teeth go dancing without me. But, so I was a little worried about my class. Fortunately, I have good class members. They did most of the talking. And fortunately, that Seabond stuff, once you learn how to use it, that stuff works. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm a believer in Seabond now. The other thing I'm a believer in, and I have to buy a tube of this stuff. But the other thing I'm a believer in is the Fix-It-In Plus gel. They give you a sample at the dentist office. This, what's it called? It's called Fix-It-In Plus Gum Care. I don't know if I'll find exactly that product, but I'll find the strongest Fix-It-In they've got, and I'll use it. I'm not saying nothing bad about Polygrip because I haven't really used the name brand product. But the off-brands give me about 2 hours hold. Now, one other thing, I got a soft reline on Tuesday after getting scolded for using adhesive. And the first thing I did was the worst thing I could have done. I went straight home, and rather than put up with my mouth tasting like a nail salon all day, I popped them out of my mouth, popped them in my denture bath, and popped in some Polydent fizzy tablets, some, cleaning tablets. No. I did that all week, by the way. Wouldn't you know, this past weekend, I'm looking on the Facebook denture pages, and one of the dentures says, oh, by the way, real bad idea once you get your soft reline to use those cleaning tablets. Really? Yeah, it makes that soft reline hard and inflexible. It'll be uncomfortable. Now, some good news in the next minute or so. Today, I ate an entire package, 2 bars of Fig Newtons. and a couple of Reese's peanut butter cups with my teeth in. Using the the Fixodent, the Fixodent gel I just showed you. Nothing else, no Sebon tonight. Trying to see which one works better. But I got something eaten. I did have to eat and push and snap to get the not bite and yank. And once I got the tiny bite, and it is baby-sized bites, I got the food back where my chewing teeth are, and I broke it up and chewed a little on this side and a little on this side. That's what you're going to have to do. So now I've given you 16 minutes of advice. You can celebrate with me, and I'll talk to you the next time.